Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen. That's the rookie Tyler Luke. He begins this one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
There's a lot of people that are really high on this young quarterback, Mike, and for good reason. Got good experience last year, albeit on a bad team. Made 12 starts as a rookie. But now he can come into training camp and come into the season understanding this is my team. I'm the future of this franchise, and if they want to compete within that division, they're going to have to get great quarterback play from Drake May.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. And it'll bring up second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
It's a gain of 12 there. First down, New England.
Good for a Patriots. First down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's second and 9. Working out of the gun, it's May. Open man, that's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 15 yards.
A gain there of 15. Good for a Patriots first down.
15. First down, Patriots.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. On play action, here's May. This one intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Look wide, get this one complete, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
On the pickup, it's second and 8 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's second and 8. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
Quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Jackson now on 2nd down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They had the interception on that opening drive. It only led to a field goal, so 3-0 as the offense comes back out 1st and 10. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They'll go play action with May. That is caught downfield by Douglas. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
That's good.
A gain of 24 through the air. 1st down, New England.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. On the give, it's Henderson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their second possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Harold Landry in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. On play action, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. Down the sideline, inside the 25. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. It's a big one for the Ravens. 42 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
We'll try the zone read on first and 10. And he's in. What a drive. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Ravens are out to a 10-0 lead.
Patriots nothing.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. And it's been a rocky start. An interception on the first drive and then a punt the last time they had it. On 1st and 10, here's May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Off the play fake, it's May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Boutte. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
16 yards.
They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Patriots first down.
At the 44-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Left side, he's got Henry. And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll try the jet sweep with Diggs. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On 3rd and long, here's May. He's going to air this one out. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
In motion goes Likely. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's second down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
We'll go again here with Henry. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And the pistol, Jackson ready. Quick slant into the hands of the speedy Flowers.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Play action now. Jackson. He keeps it himself. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
First and goal, and it's Henry. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down. Jackson. He takes off.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up third and goal.
The ball inches from the goal line. Third and goal. They'll go with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
On is Loop to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
17. Patriots, nothing.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's May. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looks like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic 1st down.
Here's May to throw it on 1st down. He'll locate his big target, Henry, over the middle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
May to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Time for the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches as we are ready to get back underway. And he will have a Patriots 1st down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often, and when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line, he's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this 1st half. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On second down, here's a run with Henry. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Harold Landry, there on the tackle.
The 24-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Throwing Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Now a toss, running left, it's Henry.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. They'll send Flowers in motion. Jackson going to give it up in a pop pass. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 9. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. That's taken in. It's Rasheed Ali. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
10 yards.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Try to set up the screen for Mitchell. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for a Raven 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here's Henry, and he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry, and anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Keaton Mitchell. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocks down hard in the backfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Third and short, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Henderson, the ball carrier. Teddy Buchanan on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's May. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And this ball incomplete on third down. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 31, here comes a 2nd and a yard. A give left side from Mitchell. And he's up past the 35. Down first down. Putting down at the 37.
A gain of 6. And the Baltimore first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game, and pick up a fresh set of downs. How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
To Zay Flowers. It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Jackson now. There's a short one caught by Andrews.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Patriots offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here comes Mitchell on the toss to the right. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Loss of the yard.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, here's Ali. He did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 21, here's 2nd and a couple. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the zone read, it's Mitchell. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Let the fullback try to power it home. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Well, they clearly thought their best chance of barreling this across the goal line was to give it to the old fullback, but this defense was ready for it, and he gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Can the defense do it again? From the 1. 3rd down now, and goal. And he will score again. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Luke now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens able to add on. It is now 27-0. Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's a gain of
Great
20.
way to start the drive.
That's good.
A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
May's pass complete to number 8, Stephon Diggs. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. And up, and it's Henderson. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's May. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Slot man in motion right. Throwing on second down. May. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 4, and it's third down.
Now, May. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. Bateman is the motion man. Play action now. Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Third down, 3 to go. Jackson looking to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Complete to Keaton Mitchell. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing is May. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He was brought down by Carlton Davis. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Jackson. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
All right, so it's only one drive here in the second half, and they trail pretty big here to start the third. But it seems this defense came out with a little different energy than we saw in the first half. Whatever was said in the locker room seemed to have worked. Now it's the offense's chance to see if they can cut into this deficit.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Back deep is Marcus Jones. This is taken at the 25. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Patriots offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. Pass complete to Diggs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Off the play fake. One of the Ravens has it.
I just hope the young kids watching this are really paying attention. You get rewarded when you play with incredible effort. He's been close all game long, and he just continues to rush and rush. Now he gets the strip, sack, fumble recovery all at once.
The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the whip.
Here's a handoff to Ali. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Baltimore, first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
To the 5-yard line.
I don't mind the call. Down here this close to the goal line, you're trying to account for the extra defenders. In this case, you're trying to read them, but give credit to the defense. They had the running back accounted for and the quarterback.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. In motion goes Likely. On the give, it's Mitchell. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
3rd and goal for Jackson. And he's into the end zone yet again. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs could be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On is Luke to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens add on to their already sizable lead.
Patriots 3.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Gun, here's May. Pass caught right side by Henry. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So that's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he's going to have just a couple here, but there is a marker on the field as well. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Up the middle, it's Henderson. He left that first defender grasping for air as he winds up getting 8 out of that one.
To the 49-yard line. A 9-yard pickup. It's second and 6.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 3rd and a yard, here's May. Oh, the man is Douglas. It's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
To throw again is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
May's pass complete to Ramondre Stevenson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Back to the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, New England. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but, Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
His kick is good. Makes the score. Ravens 37, Patriots 10.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays.
Go, take it to the house.
In motion goes Likely. Jackson going to keep it himself. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to about the 28-yard line.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Off the play fake. Jackson. Short. Complete to Likely. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll look for Flowers downfield. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch. A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. And even 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. They'll run it over center with Mitchell. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Second and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Now he takes off. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. Throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice game.
Give up the middle for Mitchell. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal. He's inside the 10. Mark him at the 7.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Baltimore first down.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Bateman is the motion man. On the handoff, this is Ali. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
He'll try and get there, and they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Lamar Jackson, touchdown Baltimore. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. So that is going to set the new standard for quarterbacks, a record 5th rushing touchdown of this game. Luke now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Ravens will add one more onto their big lead.
44, Patriots 10.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll go play action with May. He'll spot Henry open downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, it's Henderson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Chidobe Awuzie on the tackle. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's May. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. And Great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Makes the score Ravens 44, Patriots 17.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard
Derrick Henry
line.
heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. They're going to go right back to Henry. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Anthony Jennings in for the stop.
27-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Now, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Raven first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard
Third downs, Mike,
line.
those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Harold Landry,
He's brought
there on the
down at
tackle.
39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll let the fullback try to push the puck. And he will have the Ravens first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the first down anyway.
This one complete to Bateman. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
10 at the 40-yard
Really
line.
nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 33, here's second and a couple. Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective, both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he's shedding tackles left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
In motion goes Likely. He'll go again here with Henry. And he'll take this one in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
On is Loop to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens stretch things out even further.
Ravens 51, Patriots 17.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. He'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yard.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Throwing on third down is May. Has completed to Douglas. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
It came up a little bit short there on third down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in four-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
They'll try it now with Henderson. And he's going to have the Pats first down. They get 4 on that fourth and inches.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Off the play fake, Here's May. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down. Give up the middle to Stevenson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
To throw is May. The second down throw is incomplete.
Even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
From the gun, on third down, it's May. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline. Not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down. They'll try the left side with Henderson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
On second down, it's May. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is high. Touchdown, New England. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of the second half. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work.
Previous play is under review.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Borregales now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Pats cut into the lead a little bit.
51, Patriots 24.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
Henry, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They'll send Flowers in motion. Here's Mitchell. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. 3rd and 5. Play action now. Jackson. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Ravens 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Think back to what they told us during the week, Mike. They said this primetime platform, this is a tremendous opportunity for us to show the entire league and put them on notice. And boy, after this performance, boy, have they ever.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
At the 30-yard line.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Off play action. Oh, no chance there. Over a heavy rush. He goes down.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Jackson. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
On third down, Jackson. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Mitchell. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
In motion goes Likely. Off the play fake, Jackson. And he'll take it on in. Patrick Ricard. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Luke now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Patriots 24.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense and Stephon Diggs heading back out on the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. And in motion, it's Diggs. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
The tackle by Draymond Jones. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. There's that man again. Another pass. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And this is caught on the sideline. Going to have the first down. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not. They say the feet were out of bounds. Wow. Big, tight call there. For the moment, it will be fourth down.
I think that's one he's going to look at on film tomorrow and want back. I mean, there was enough space there to get the first down. I know the ball takes him a little bit out of bounds, but he's got to get your first foot down, drag the second. That's how they teach it. And Just can't quite get it done.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Bateman is the motion man. He'll step up and run this. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
40-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. On the zone read, it's Mitchell. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Baltimore
So,
first down.
2 minutes to play here in the second half.
At the 45-yard
Greg and I
line.
back on EA Sports after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff to Ali. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Going to lose a yard.
Jack Gibbons on
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
They'll go once more with Ali. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
a loss of a yard.
Well, they've got him
It's
going
now 3rd
backwards
and
now, Mike,
13.
and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
3rd and long for Jackson. Dump this out wide to Abanacongo. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. So it's a win here for the Ravens. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.